by taking 7,000 rupees as the first salary.
We ran an advertising agency for 2 years, so all the revenue that came was from brands that we serviced. So for the first 2 years, we made relatively lesser money, but we didn't have to invest our own, which if you're bootstrapping, I think it's a wise thing to do, because anything that's capital intensive locks you in.
We also made sure we were quite frugal. Earlier, it was just about talent and the bare necessities.
And it's only now that we've been able to sort of afford a slightly fancier place.
There are hurdles of different kinds. What we faced was more of a organizational hurdle, because we were two in one. On the one hand, we were running an advertising agency which sort of fueled the salaries and what we wanted to do on the side, which is Terribly Tiny Tales. It was a Facebook page which we wanted to make into a company. We had to let go of the safety net of advertising as we conventionally know it, and we just said, let's stop having the security blanket of having clients paying every month. And once we took that plunge, it was a matter of pulling our socks up and just making sure that we got this right, otherwise there would be nothing to fall back on.
Personal finances are something that obviously when you start up do take a hit, especially when you trade it off against a reasonably well-paying job. You couldn't afford a lot of holidays, eating out. It either had an impact on savings or there was a hit on what you could do and what you couldn't do. And when you're in a relationship or in a marriage, that adds to the sacrifices not just you make but also your partner makes, because they need to embrace your lifestyle, the ups and downs that come with it.
So you do all at the same time. Have some savings to put in your startup, have nothing in your bank, cut down on travel, not marry that year. I think we did all of that. I think if the best is yet to come, even the tough is yet to come.
If the idea really is calling out to you, then you should be able to trade off most things in life for it, including a fancy lifestyle.
And this idea was actually screaming at us, not calling out. Terribly Tiny Tales, which an idea was actually loved by people who we knew, who knew what social media is. At least till now, it's paid us dividends.
There's nothing that we particularly regret, but if there's something that we would wish for is to have had a technology input much earlier, because it would have solved some of the problems that we grapple with today. Of course, we're solving them now, we have a CTO on board, but it would have been nice to have had that solved earlier. So that is one thing that I wish, more than funding, more than any other thing. I think a strong technology input would have been great.